And it started.
And we're live. Okay, guys, today we're going to learn how to make banana bread. I am already an expert, and so I'm going to be teaching JC how to make it, my assistant baker. Okay, so to start, I'm going to recommend preheating the oven because then while you go through all of the steps, it will make it easier. What was that?
It just makes that sound.
Okay, sorry. Is it recording?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would recommend starting and preheating the oven before actually like going through the process, so that way then by the time you're done, it's already time to just put it right in the oven and it's easy. So we're gonna preheat to 350 for that. So 350, start. That is my tip. Okay, so to make banana bread, I'm not gonna lie, this is not from scratch. This is from Target, but not sponsored. But for this ingredient, like you don't need, I guess you need the mix, but you could also just substitute it with regular flour. And then it calls for 3 bananas, 2 tablespoons of milk of choice. I just have 2% milk. And then 2 tablespoons of oil or butter. And then 1 tablespoon of syrup or honey. So let's get started and mix some of this in.
I've never made banana bread before.
Have you really?
Even from, literally from, not even from like a bag. Like I haven't made it at all.
Really? Okay, wait, this is fun.
This is a learning experience.
Okay.
Wait, I'm so excited.
Oh my god, anyone in the chat never made banana bread before? Comment down below if you haven't. Okay, should we switch cameras? Is that on? Okay, so we're gonna start with the 2 tablespoons milk of choice. I usually start with the wet ingredients and then mix the flour in as I go because then it's just easier to mix in. So this is a tablespoon. Can't really read it because it's old. So 1 tablespoon. 2 tablespoons. It said that oat milk was recommended for some reason. But I did not get oat milk. I just have 2%. And then I think it's 1 tablespoon of honey.
Yeah.
So I just have some of that. It's taking a minute to go to the bottom. Maybe I have a tablespoon. Okay, it's coming. Maybe if I were to redo this, a tip for the viewers at home, I would put the honey upside down to prepare so it comes out smoother. You've never made banana bread?
No, I'm not a big fan of bananas.
Okay. Well.
But also no one I really know eats banana bread in general either.
I only started making banana bread, in the past year, to be honest. Actually a few months, but I've made it quite a few times since then.
I would have to be in a mood for it, I get. I don't know what it is.
Well,
Or I don't like bananas, but I think I can. I think I do like it in banana bread. I've just never made it. So
it's
I just
pretty
don't
good.
have a lot of access to it.
Okay. See, anyone can make it starting from anywhere. And then, what else do I need? Oil? Yes, a tablespoon of oil. I just have vegetable oil here, but I need 2 tablespoons of that, it looks like. So, let me add that. One, 2. And then I'm going to put this aside for now because I don't really need it. And I'm going to switch that out by grabbing a 1 cup. Then I'm switching to a different measurement, a 1 cup. Because it calls for 3 small ripe bananas. But specifically, it's around like a cup and a half is what you're supposed to use. So it kind of just helps measure it out because bananas can be different sizes. So it's just for consistency. And I have some pretty brown bananas here. My roommate promised me that I wouldn't get food poisoning if I use them. She said that it's actually preferred. I was personally a little skeptical of this yesterday. To be honest, I was kind of paranoid about it, but she said that's what her mom uses, and her mom is really sweet, so I trust her. But normally I just use regular bananas, like not brown ones, and it turns out fine, but I think this is supposed to make it like sweeter. So then you put them in here and just kind of mash them into something that you can mix together. So this takes a while. It's also one of my least favorite steps of this process because I don't really like mixing. But yeah, it smells really banana. It's kind of like ASMR.
I can smell the really banana. I can smell the really banana now.
It smells really banana. Like, it's kind of too much, to be honest. So this is not very much, but I'm gonna move it into the frame more. Now I'm going for the really dark bananas. See, this is what I was skeptical about, but baking is about taking risks.
That's so true. I don't know much about bananas, so like,
is this like wrong?
I don't know.
Well, Caitlin told me this is what her mom said, so, and they're gonna go bad. I hope I don't teach you guys to get food poisoning on live, because this isn't looking very pleasant to me. Also smells very banana. Again.
I wonder why.
It does, like, exceptionally. Do you like, what's your favorite fruit?
I really like mangoes.
Okay, actually, me
and
too.
like strawberries.
Me too. I think mangoes are probably, I like don't want to use.
I like, here, I'll do it.
Oh, I'm like scared. Oh,
I'm sure it's okay.
For the viewers at home, we're having a little bit of indecision about actually using this, but we're gonna go for it and just commit, because that's what baking is all about. It's really easy to mix because it's already like kind of mashed up and gross, to be honest. Oh. Technical difficulties. Okay, I'm just putting this in here. It's like pretty mashed, so I'm gonna mix that in. And then we have our wet ingredients, and it was like a full cup, so that is great. And it was 3 bananas, which is also great. And then I'm just gonna mix this in and make sure it's a smooth texture. And then once you have your wet ingredients, it's time to add the dry ingredients. I do this, maybe if I can open this, maybe it'll be helpful to have a knife handy while you're doing this, so you can kind of just cut. This is a very large knife for what I'm using it for, but then you can kind of just cut the wrapper open and get into it. So then you can start slowly mixing it in. Should we switch the camera to a different one?
Sure.
Do you think? For a new angle, or should we keep showing this?
Well, you'd have to move to see.
Yeah, I can move.
This one. Okay, then sure.
Okay. Okay, so now we're switching angles. I'm just continuing to pour this in.
Do you pour all of it in?
I pour it, yes, I pour all of it, but I pour it in slowly So I do like a little bit of the powder at a time just because it's a lot easier to mix in this way than if you pour all of it. It kind of takes a while though, to be honest. I just kind of pour like a bit at a time. So this is where we're at right now. And then I just slowly mix it. Because if you put all of it in at once, then you're kind of just, it's like stiff and hard to mix.
Right.
So, and I like to use a fork when I mix because I feel like the, like tongs of it or whatever they're called make it like easier than like a spoon.
Right.
Maybe that's just my opinion, but
I didn't realize that it took the whole bag.
of powder?
Yeah, I
Really?
don't know. Yeah, well, I've never made it.
Aw. Do you ever make like cakes or anything?
Well, not here. I live in the dorms, and so I don't have like an oven
Oh yeah, I
or
guess you need
anything.
an oven. I think some of the dorms
I
have.
did use the downstairs oven once to make buffalo chicken dip. And then me and my roommate were like, that was a big task. That was a big hassle for us.
to like go down to the kitchen.
And check out their equipment. Yeah.
Oh, you have to check out equipment?
Yeah.
So if you were to make banana bread,
I'd
you'd have to check out a
I'd have
mixing
to
bowl.
check out a bowl,
a
a pan. Oh, I
fork.
I think I have some bowls.
Okay.
But a pan
A pan,
and
which we will get to soon, shortly.
and
Honestly, that's about it.
measuring cups probably.
Oh yeah.
And then I'd have to clean them before turning them out. And I was like, oh,
Like
it's
you
a
have
lot.
to bring some dish soap
But
too.
I can't even remember what I used last time. Or like what we checked out last time. Oven mitts. We had to check out oven mitts because we didn't realize we didn't think about how we were going to get it out.
Oh, I guess there's a lot of things in a kitchen that like you don't really think about that you would need. Because I would like totally forget about oven mitts if I was doing that.
And it was during like the summer, so like, or the fall, so it was warm. And so we didn't even like wear long sleeves. So like, so I couldn't even use my sleeve. I had to go check out the oven mitt. It was great. It was fun. The dip came out really good.
It did. That's
It did,
honestly
it
that's
did.
all
That's-
that matters.
Exactly.
Oh, I don't know if the viewers can hear, but the oven just beeped, which means that it's preheated. So that took about how long? I don't know when we started, but it took about 12 minutes for it to get to 350. I feel like that's a while. But see, now we're like through the steps, so we don't have to go through making all of it and then wait an additional 12 minutes for it to preheat. So I like to be efficient. I'm still mixing this together. Just to make it like thorough, not a lot of clumps. It's okay if there's a little bit of clumps because it is banana bread, so it doesn't have to be like completely smooth, but just making sure that all the powder is fully mixed in. I wish I had like a comment section. I wish I had viewers. Comment down below if I should get followers on TikTok so I can go TikTok live and panhandle for money. Recently I was thinking about
Who's that one guy from David Dobrik's team?
like Jason Nash.
Yes. You could be Jason Nash.
Please, let's go. Let's get the gifts. Let's keep the gifts coming.
Thank you for the rose. That term was so funny for me. Like, me and
my
my
God.
stepsister would just start saying that.
Thank you for the rose. But like, comment if I should start going live on TikTok. I'm posting on TikTok Shop. Okay, this looks pretty.
Oh, I got a $36 charge from TikTok the other day from Delaware. And I don't have
Was it
my
like
card.
a spam?
I think it's definitely something. And I'm like, I don't have my card hooked up to TikTok.
Should we switch
And I
cameras
don't know what
to
to
show
do.
how it looks? Do you think? Okay.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys an above view of how my mix looks now that it's all together. I don't know. You can see here,
Use your
but
flashlight.
oh,
Sorry, guys.
you're good. There's not any powder left on the sides or anything. There's not clumps, really. There is a little bit, but I'm doing it manually, so there's only so much I can do. But this is like a good consistency. It's not too watery. I did follow the instructions, so this is how it should look if you're following along at home. Okay, so now that we have the mix and our oven is preheated, it's time to start putting things into the oven. So I have, what are you trying to grab?
I was gonna grab the camera and switch the angles.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna bring this over. I have this pan.
Oh, it's like a little
Like
muffin
a cupcake
pan.
mix.
Okay.
Yes, we're making technically banana bread
Okay.
muffins, I guess.
Oh.
But I have this. My mom at home has an actual little glass like loaf that she makes banana bread in, and honestly it turns out really good. So if you have one of those, or if you get really into banana bread, I would recommend investing in one. I went thrifting the other day and I was trying to find one for this video, but I didn't, so I don't have one. But I have a cupcake mix. I also don't have the papers, but that's okay because realness, I'm showing you guys what to do. Yes, exactly. We can just spray it. But I actually might be out of spray. So
Butter.
yes.
Traditional.
We're keeping things classic around here.
Timeless.
Exactly. Maybe. Well, it actually does not look like I have butter. Okay, so yeah, okay. Well, see, sometimes in life things don't always go as planned, unfortunately. But it is important to keep persevering. We already have the mix. We already mixed it together. The oven is preheated. Unfortunately, I'm out of nonstick spray, which would put a damper in anyone's spirit. But we're not going to let it stop us today. We're going to keep going. I think I'm just going to put a little bit of oil in these just to mix it, like so it doesn't stick too harshly. But typically, you would want to use just a nonstick spray and then quickly just spray all these individual containers so the batter doesn't stick too harshly on it. But we don't have that, so I'm going to be using a little bit of oil. Or typically, the next best backup would be butter, and you would just take some butter, you rub it in all of these. Unfortunately, I also do not have butter.
It happens.
So I'm gonna use a little bit of oil, I think, and just hope and pray for the best. But this is called improvising. I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend using nonstick spray or actual little papers instead of.
It's okay. It's okay.
Sometimes things happen in life, to be honest. So I'm just gonna put a little. I don't actually know if I want to do that.
You could like pour it on a paper towel and then rub the paper
rub
towel.
it in?
Or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Or I guess we still have like 10 minutes. Cause I wanted to show you guys a taste test, but I also don't know if I want to keep you on live for like 30 minutes while it bakes. I think I am gonna grab. I will be back shortly. I'm gonna grab a paper towel. JC, why don't you tell the viewers about anything you have baked, how you feel about the experience? Are you on the edge of your feet? Is it exactly what you expected? Why don't you tell the viewers?
Let's see. What have I baked? Okay, basic. I don't really bake very much anymore. I really like to make mini cheesecakes, though. That's probably one of my.
Mini cheesecakes.
Yeah,
I feel
it's
like
probably
that would be harder than
one of my favorites.
Okay.
I used to make it with my mom.
Aw.
So that was always really fun. It can be time consuming. I've also made cake pops, but they're really difficult for me. I don't know. And then they were red velvet cake pops. So then not only did I like have to like cup them and like with my bare hands into the ball form, it looked like I was just manhandling like a raw bag of like meat, but it wasn't. It was just red velvet cake mix. But they turned out really good. And then I never made them again because it took me like 4 hours. And I was like, ooh, I don't think I can do that.
That's good.
I don't bake that much, but I do try and make, let's see. Oh, I made a dip that I saw online one day for my friend's birthday party, and it was really good. And I low-key miss it. It was like avocado and corn and beans, and I can't remember what else, but it was really good. And like feta cheese.
Okay.
Those were like the most important ingredients that I remember.
Savory for after your banana bread.
Yeah.
For the viewers, what I just did was I poured some oil in a couple of these, and then I used paper towel because it was a lot to kind of dab it and like spread it in all of these. And that's what I'm using as my DIY nonstick spray because I unfortunately don't have any. But that's what I just was doing while Stacey was talking about her personal baking experience. Just to relate to you guys. And then now that the oven is preheated, my pan is ready to be non-stick. What I'm going to do is I have that pan sitting right here. I'm going to use my batter and I'm going to use my fork and I'm going to go in and just scoop a little bit into all of them. The consistency is kind of thick, so it isn't too hard. But I'm just going to fill them about 2/3 of the way full. And I can show you what that looks like after. But, yes. JC, how do you feel about this experience? How do you feel about banana bread? Do you have any opinions yet?
I feel great. Like I said, I don't know what I was expecting. Also, I thought it was just going to be one big, like, sheet.
Yes.
Too. I didn't expect like banana bread like muffin.
I guess I could have put
But
a disclaimer
that
for
makes
you
sense.
guys. I didn't mean to clickbait. Clickbait
No.
the bread.
Maybe I'm just stereotyping where I think the bread should go. It's fine.
Yeah.
My horizons need to be expanded.
You're gonna get canceled.
Please don't cancel me.
Chat, how do we feel about that
please
comment
don't
that
cancel
JC just made?
Please don't cancel me. No. I worked too hard to get to where I am.
Yeah.
Wherever that is.
I'm still currently, for the viewers, going through and putting... Oh, I am low-key making a mess, so I'm kind of glad that we're using this camera angle. It's all over the tray, guys. We're having a few issues, not technical, I guess baking issues on this stream, but if you guys will take anything from this, notice how I keep going. Do I have batter all over the pan?
Perseverance
yes.
at its finest.
Baking is about learning and persevering. And I'm really glad that there's not the angle right now for this. Oh my god, maybe I can have one of my roommates say a few words. I think I just heard her wake up. I asked her if she wanted to be in the stream and she said she was going to be in class, but sounds like she's not.
My favorite kind of beef.
I love when people leave beef on YouTube. So right now, the muffin count is at 6. They are all different sizes. But that's okay.
That's 8.
8. So, I'm a baker. I'm not. I never claimed to be a mathematician.
How much do they like rise?
Like a bit. Not an insane amount. They kind of stay pretty flat, but
when you eat them, do you like top them with anything?
I think it's good. Nutella is really good.
Oh, I love Nutella.
I also am personally a big peanut butter girl myself. So sometimes I add peanut butter to them, but I don't know. Nutella is definitely like an easy option. I feel like pretty much anyone would appreciate that combo. I'm on the 9th one. And then I'll show you guys. I'm just kind of trying to finish up the batter. Do you ever like eat batter? Not like eat batter, but like, do you know what I mean? Like try it.
Yeah. Well, it's like when they would make cakes and then like this, like, count things off the hand mixer or something like that.
The thing about this recipe is you actually can eat the batter without getting sick because there's not any eggs in it. I feel like the whole reason you're not supposed to do that is because of salmonella. Get the bottom part. Do you want to try the batter? On live?
Sure.
Let me know your thoughts. I'm trying to get the rest out of here, but
live test.
Live test of the batter. Here, you can use your finger and get some.
Okay.
Is it good?
I don't think I got very much. Yeah, it was good. It's more like bitter. Not bitter, but like, I guess I thought it would be sweeter. But I don't know. I don't eat banana bread.
Okay.
So I don't know what it's supposed to be good. Like, supposed to be like.
Let me see if it tastes like normal. I've only made banana bread like 4 times, I think. Okay.
That's 4 more than I have, so.
It is a bit bitter.
That could
well,
just
not
be
bitter, but.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, not like sour, because it's still like sweet-ish, but like.
I've never actually made it with like brown bananas before. Even though like, okay, but I feel like normally when people make banana bread, they're using like old bananas because that's like part of the appeal.
They're like using them, but they like froze them to, I don't know.
I feel like that's part of the appeal is like using fruit that's going bad and like finding another purpose for it instead of just throwing it away, because I would not have like just eaten that banana raw because I would have been too scared.
I definitely would not have either.
No, but like when you're making banana bread with it, you can repurpose it for another use, which is very good. So here's where we're at with this pan. We got 9 full ones. Ignore the stuff on the side. But yeah, we're ready. So I'm gonna put this into the oven. Here's my oven. And then I'm just gonna put this on the top shelf here and let it sit. And then close the oven. And then I'm gonna set a timer on my phone. If you make a standard muffin tin of banana bread, it bakes for 22 to 26 minutes. So I'm gonna bake it for, I'll set a timer for, if it's 22 to 26, I'll set a timer for like 22 minutes is what I would typically do. And then come back and check on how they look. 22. I have like a lot of alarms. 22 minutes. And then just kind of see how they look. To tell if they're done or not, sometimes it can be a little bit tricky, but there's a trick where you take like a fork and you stick it into the muffin, and if nothing sticks to it, then it's done, and that's how you can tell. It's also important to mention that like if you tap them and they're a little bit soft, apologies to the viewers, I live right across the street from the fire station if you can hear that. Sorry guys, but also like if you touch them and they feel kind of soft, even though nothing sticks, don't panic. They kind of like harden and like solidify. Not a lot, not like cookies, but they kind of like solidify a little bit more after you take them out and let them sit. So that will happen. I think it's better to take them out and like maybe risk taking them out a little bit early if you're unsure, and see how they kind of like sit, and then put it back in if you need to, because I feel like that's better than like burning them, because then they're really dry and like kind of taste like sawdust. Not really, but like okay, that's dramatic. It does not taste like sawdust, but it's just me personally, I would rather be like slightly undercooked than slightly overcooked if you're a little bit unsure. But the fork trick really is a great trick. And then don't forget to turn your oven off. That is very important.
Or else the fire.
Otherwise, yeah, the fire station tried to cross the street. Thank God, though. So like, just in case, if that were to happen, it would be okay. But yeah. So that is how you make banana bread, not from scratch, but with love. That's how you make it with love. Do you have any questions?
And you usually make it into little muffin, into the little tin, or what?
Usually I do, just because that's the pan that I have at my apartment. I feel like the thing about banana bread is like, but I have made it with like an actual pan before at my parents' house. But I feel like the thing about banana bread that's nice is that you can kind of just like, it's very like flexible sort of to like what you have. Like the actual ingredients, like on here even it talks about like you can use oil or butter, you can use syrup or honey, like you can use milk of choice, like you can use any type of milk pretty much. And like obviously it'll taste different and like combine differently. But the good thing about cooking and baking, I feel like, is that there's a lot of ways to substitute. So, like, since I don't have the actual pan here, I can use that. And it still ends up turning out the same. You just cook it for less time. You cook it for way less time. Because if you have an actual loaf, which you would want a 9x5-inch pan, but you would bake it for, like, 45 minutes.
Oh, right. Okay.
So it's paying attention to the details. You can substitute, but then, like
like pay attention to
paying attention to the details and like adjusting as such is important. But yeah, so then you'll take them out, you'll let them cool, and then put them in a container. Enjoy. I would have showed you guys that, but I'm not gonna keep you on live for 20 minutes while it bakes. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Did you learn something?
I did.
Okay.
I learned that you can use black bananas, brown bananas. I don't know. It was older bananas, and it's supposed to be better.
Yeah. Okay. Well, bye guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.